Whew. Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this ain't working without you guys. So I appreciate you being here. It is Saturday night, and man, we got games tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. We're going to be following all the games, all the NFC East. We will be live streaming whenever there's a team playing in the NFC East. You can find us live. That's right. You will find us live here talking about it. We'll be talking about the Cowboys, of course, versus the 49ers, Washington against Seattle, the Eagles against the Cardinals. And, of course, we're going to finish up the night with the New York stinking Giants against the doo-doo Browns. It's going to be fun. Now, we know this season stinks. It's terrible. It sucks. It's not the season that we wanted. You know the thing that's amazing about us Cowboy fans, and I don't know if this is true about all of the fan base, but I know our Cowboy fans, we don't play. We give no quarter. We give no breaks. We give no Fs. Literally, I have seen in the first quarter of games, in fact, in the first quarter of the first game against the Rams, we had people saying, fire Mike McCarthy. Get him out of here. Dak Prescott, he's a bum. Get rid of that. I mean, literally. One bad play is enough for people to say, trade his ass. He's overpaid. He's a bum. Man, get rid of him. Literally, if we're up to Cowboy fans, I don't know how we'd feel the team. Seriously. Because everybody is always thought of to be a bum and somebody get out of here. Coaches, owners, players, the ball boy, everybody. And so, and some of them do need to go. Some of them do need to go. Of course, here's the problem. A lot of people are saying, fire Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore's candy ass is out of here. Get rid of him. But I caution you guys. See, I was a Chris Richard guy. I looked at Chris Richard's situation, and Chris Richard didn't come to the Cowboys and then forget everything that he had done. If you looked at Chris Richard's record with Seattle, with the defense that they put together, the aggressive nature of the defense that they put together, where he was defensive coordinator, where I think the worst year, I think they were 13th, and half of their defense was injured. I don't think that in 1 year he came to the Cowboys and forgot everything, because he was not the defensive coordinator. He was not. He was the passing coordinator. He was running Rod Marinelli's defense. In the same way, Monty Kiffin came in, and in 2013, our defense was terrible. And they decided, Monty Kiffin, we're not going to fire you, but we're going to put you in the back corner office. Actually, it's not really an office. It's a closet that we're going to put a desk in. But that's where we're going to put you. We're going to hide you out until you just disappear into the ether. And they ended up taking Rod Marinelli and said, you're our defensive coordinator. And he did do some good things with the defense. The defense did get better and better and better. But his philosophy was bend, don't break. We're not going to take a lot of risks. We're going to leave big cushions. Chris Richard was totally different than that. Chris Richard liked to challenge the receivers. He liked to get physical. And we did not do that last year. Hence, to me, it was Rod Marinelli's defense. But when it came to Cowboy fans, when it came to the owner and GM, they looked and said, we're just going to get rid of all you guys. Now, again, I was a Chris Richard guy. I love seeing him on the sidelines as that guy who put a foot in your ass when you needed it, but was also the guy that would pat you on the back, that guy that was a teacher. Now, people said, he's a bum, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Mark, you're an idiot. He sucks. And now looking back with Mike Nolan, people are saying, well, maybe we should, bring back Chris Richard. I don't think Chris Richard's going to come back. So this brings me to Kellen Moore. I tell you, there's a lot of quarterbacks that we determine are bums, that they literally just have had a terrible career. I think of somebody like Jason Campbell with the Washington football team. I wonder, had he not gone to Washington, if he had went to a team that had somebody like Andy Reid as a coach, that had an offensive line, because you remember they had the chuck and duck offense, throw the ball and you better duck because you're going to get jacked up. A team that on a yearly basis would change offensive coordinators. And see, here's the problem. And when we look at our defense right now, had we not changed anything, we probably would have been a better defense because of the familiarity of the of the defense. Right now, guys are confused. They're lost because they're thinking about what they did last year, but now they're thinking about the stuff we're trying to do this year. And then we're trying to change the kind of defense. Oh, but we're going to do some of the old stuff. And literally, it's just kind of like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I just don't know what to do. And when you've had change over and over again, bringing in a different play caller brings in totally new set of things, different terminology, different plays, different stances, different types of blocking. You might be more of a pass-heavy team or a more run-heavy team. You may end up doing more zone blocking as opposed to trap blocking. And the problem for a lot of players and a lot of quarterbacks is having that change over and over and over again every year. You never get a chance to get comfortable to learn a system. You look at a guy like Tom Brady, who he always had the same system. He knew what he was doing. He knew it like the back of his hands. He didn't constantly have to change everything. His teammates around him, they had that consistency year after year. We changed a piece or two here or there, but they had to get up to speed with what we're doing. I can get in the huddle and say, dude, here's exactly what you should be doing because I know this like the back of my hand. So when it comes to Kellen Moore, and when it comes to our offense, yeah, there's some brain farts. He's only been the offensive coordinator for 2 years with a young team. Changing the offensive coordinators, because remember, we went from Scott Linehan now to Kellen Moore for 2 years. Now, if you go through and bring in another one, now you're talking about change every 2 years or less. That's not good for your quarterback. You need stability as far as your offense goes. And that's the problem we have with the defense. So now that we've got Mike Nolan in here, and now we're talking about getting rid of him and starting all over with somebody else, now you literally are starting from scratch, which means it's going to take more time to get up to speed. So as I look at Kellen Moore, and I think about the problems that we've had with this team, we got 99 problems, but I'm not sure Kellen Moore is one of the biggest ones on there. I'm okay with the team that was scoring 30 points a game. I really was happy that we were able to score the amount of points. Now, of course, you didn't score every time going down the field. Nobody does. I'm more concerned about the defense, and I think it would be a mistake to get rid of Kellen Moore. Now, Kellen Moore needs to be the go-between with Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to do everything exactly the same with Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator. What it'll be is, or as it should be, is Mike McCarthy coming up with this vision and ideas that he wants to put out there, okay? Because whether it's Kellen Moore or somebody else, it's still going to be Mike McCarthy as the architect. But you keep that offensive coordinator, you keep that system, you keep that terminology to give you a better grasp on things. So what we can focus on is, A, we already know the things that we do well. Now, we're just going to learn some new things off of it. We're going to run the same plays out of different looks and different formations. We're going to put a different wrinkle in here on this one. We're going to try, use 2 tight end sets, and instead of it being it looking like a run heavy formation, we're actually going to end up using basically the tight ends as 2 receivers and having 2 deep threats with the outside receivers. Get them to go ahead, put 8 men in the box and do some different things. But you can do this stuff, and you can do it quicker by holding on to Kellen Moore. That's my case for keeping Kellen Moore. Now, if you've got a different argument, I would love to hear from you in the comments and say, Mark, you're stupid. We just need to go ahead and get somebody else. But too many times, we as Cowboy fans are always saying, this guy is a bum, get him out of here because he can't do crap. And yet we turn around and we see them do great things with other teams. Look at Sean Payton. He won a Super Bowl in New Orleans. Look at what Mike Zimmer did with the Minnesota Vikings. Look at Marty B. Look at our defensive players that got a ring last year with the Kansas City Chiefs. At some point, you can't just throw everything away and figure you can bring something new in. You have to learn to work with the pieces that you have and get the most out of them. And that, my friends, is the problem that we've had with the Dallas Cowboys. We don't know how to develop people and get the most out of them. Well, I say you develop Kellen Moore and get the most out of him. All right, y'all. Saturday night, end of another day. Made it through. And God willing, we see the light of tomorrow. My thoughts and prayers for everybody out there that has been dealing with this year, 2020, and glad that we have less than 2 weeks to this mother humper. I can't wait to get past this thing. And may 2021 be better. All right, tomorrow's going to be a long day. I'll see you then. Peace.